Hello, everyone, and welcome back. It's a new year, so Happy New Year. I believe that you can say Happy New Year only until the last day of January because then after that, we are already too deep into the year to be spreading happy happies. So, firstly, I'm super excited. You guys, we finally moved into our house, and this is actually our guest bedroom. And we have like a little built-in office space here. And the other day while I was teaching, I realized while looking at the screen, I actually have space for a little indoor library collection. I was so happy when I realized that. So these are all books on loan from my mother-in-law, so that this was just not an empty space. Because I actually gave all my books away when we moved to Mauritius, because I was like, where am I going to put them? Not knowing that I will eventually have a library space. So that means I can go through my Kindle now and go buy all my favorites that I've read so far. And yay for that. So, New Year, I thought let's chat New Year resolutions. Now, I was always a keen person when it came to New Year's resolutions to have them. I never stuck and committed to them, which means I always felt like a failure. And usually pretty early on into the year that happened. So if you are someone that loves New Year's resolutions and you actually commit and stick to them, great for you and well done. And please send me some tips on how you do it. So when we moved to Mauritius 2 years ago, I decided, screw New Year's resolutions. I'm going to choose a year, a year. I'm going to choose a word, and that will be my my version of a New Year's resolution. It will be the what I want to get and achieve from that year. So this January, it's my third year choosing a word, and I must say it is so much less pressure on me working with the word. And I feel like it just adds so much more value in my life, the word, and I achieve so much more with the word. So this year, because you guys, last year it kicked my ass. Like when I tell you, like my butt is bruised. It kicked my ass so bad. Learned so many lessons, made so many mistakes. My heart is very, very broken and sad. There was friendships lost, and yes, I feel like almost I'm in a period of grief. And like when this year started, the first thing I did was book my coaching sessions. And I've mentioned that on social media that I've got two amazing coaches that I work with. So Marshall I actually use for just my everyday business, personal goals that I want to achieve. And Manette is more my health related goals. Um, like what's going on with my gut health and but we also touch on business and personal because that, as you all know, play a major role in what's going on in your health. So I booked my session straight away because this year I realized that my word for this year is a word that needs to be, I need to come out feeling so much better about myself this year again. The first year after moving to Mauritius, I worked a lot. I put everything into me, working on my mental health, my emotional stability, my physical strength, and all of that just went completely boom out of the window. By the end of last year, I was so mentally drained with everything that was going on in our lives that I literally, you guys, didn't even have the energy to exercise. I would normally, like, I like to exercise in the afternoons because it gives me that little energy boost to get me through the rest of the day. And by last year, I would exercise in the afternoon and I would probably be about 10, 15 minutes into a workout and I would just collapse on the bed and sleep for an hour because my battery was like in the minus, you guys. And when I get like that, I realize stop pushing your legs because it's going to lead to burnout. And that's the last thing I want, especially with us we moved into our house at the end of last year. And that's when I realized that this year I definitely want to be strong. I want to get stronger in all aspects of the word. I want to get stronger emotionally again, which funny enough, I spoke to a friend about over the weekend when I told her my word and the reasoning. And she actually looked at me and she said, Johlet, I don't think you need to get stronger in that because you already are super strong. And I was like, okay, I don't feel that way, but thank you for saying that because it does help. So stronger emotionally. Um, I like I said, a lot happened, and I feel like a lot of people took advantage of us last year. But anyway, that's okay. We've learned our lesson, and hopefully it doesn't happen again. Hopefully we have learned our lesson. I want to get stronger physically again. My weight has gone completely, excuse my language, but apeshit because I have been asked so many times this festive season if I'm pregnant. And you guys, I am not pregnant. I look it, I know I do, but I'm not. And just the idea of maybe might being pregnant gives me major anxiety, but I know I'm not. So, but that also made me realize that, um, well, it's it's not that I lost control or let myself go, because I definitely didn't do that. Um, we eat like 70, 80% super well. And movement went a bit out the window the last 2 months because my body needed that break. And I gave it that break. But yes, you guys, I want to focus on getting stronger this year, like emotionally, physically, mentally. I want to get stronger. And by focusing on a specific word, it makes my targets or my goals so much easier to achieve than going like 10,000 little things or 3 things that you choose. So I want to get stronger and I'm taking baby steps. And then, funny enough, when I had my session with Manette the other day, we were chatting about everything, and I told her this is my word. And she looked at me and she says, I think you should add a word. I think you should add restore to your word for the year because I'm in a phase of restoring. Like, I've got so much that I have to work through. And because you guys, last year, like I said, it was a shit show. Like, it broke me emotionally, especially. And look, I really think I am quite a strong person emotionally, but last year knocked me down. And just to top it off, that I've got family that's like, when I say family, I mean like close family that decided, like direct blood related family I'm talking about, that decided to pull one on me and they blocked me off of all platforms, WhatsApp and stuff. And it's like, I was just like, I don't know if I can take on something like that too, on top of this friendship that I'm grieving. And it's tough. And I feel like I want to be alone and just cry for 24 hours straight and get all of this pent up frustration and sadness and grief and anger that's inside me because I can feel it building, but I want to get it out. And I'm hoping that it will make me feel lighter and have a clearer vision. Um, but another thing is just that's why I'm very, very quick to when I am in such a space to reach out to my support system, which are my two coaches, and work through everything with them. Because it's just easier to, I don't know if you guys are the same, but like Cedric can tell me something, like I can share something with him and he gives me advice, and I'll just brush it off like, okay, or whatever. And then my coach will tell me exactly the same thing. And I'll be like, oh my God, you are so right. You've got a point there. And it's just, it's normal, you guys. We're humans. It's just the way our brains operate. Or maybe it's just the way my brain operates. But I've got my support team, behind me, and I don't know what I'll do without them because they do help me work through all the emotions and all the questions that I have running through my brain. Because obviously, I feel, even though I know my side is clean, and I, because I am a very straightforward person, and if I feel like there's something going on, I will like bring it up and like, let's talk through it, what's going on. So my side is clear, my conscience is clean. It's just now to try and fight that little devil on my shoulder trying to tell me that, oh, look what you did again, da 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 da. And it's, yes, so I just want to chat it. I just wanted to come on here and like, yeah, your thoughts on New Year's resolutions and if you do them and how you do them. Or do you also do the word for the year thing and how your 2024 treated you? Because mine was a terrible year, even though we did a lot of beautiful things. There was a lot of, don't get me wrong, lots of happy memories in 2024, but lots of major things that happened that did really knock me down quite a bit. And yes, but I was also hoping that this year we would, especially because we're in our house now, the year will start a little bit calmer and we'll have a little bit less on our plates. And God decided that that's not the way our year is going to start, but it's okay because it's a different type of thing, and I think we can handle that. So, yeah, share with me what's your word for the year, what's your goals, what's your dreams. The kids started school again, and they started at a new school, which is great. Leo, because last year, I don't know if I've mentioned here that the kids really struggled in their previous school. It was a super small school, a great school. It was perfect for them for the big move and big change when we moved here. So it was perfect for them to start off there. But I think they outgrew it towards the mid last year. And I think with our added stress of the house build and everything, they picked up on our attention. So it was just a bit of it was really a messy mid to end of last year. And the kids were crying, literally. Leah would be crying from the night before till the next day. On the way to school, one of them would at least be crying. And it was quite a drive. It was like a 40-minute drive for us to get to the school. And when we get to the school, it was lots of tears. And at one point, I think that on top of everything broke me as well. And so for them starting the school year, that's 10 minutes away now from us. It's a brand new school, so there's only 11 kids in total in the school. Leo's class has 7 kids in his class. Um, but he is thriving, you guys. This child is smiling. He's excited. He is like every morning, you guys, he's ready at like 7:15, like saying, okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. Zoe struggled. It was a lot of tears and meltdowns the first week, last week. It got better about from day 3, 4. Um, but I mean, it got to one point where on Wednesday, when I dropped her, she showed off my bra to everyone because she was pulling on me so much. And the teachers were trying to pull her off of me. And I just had to hide the girls and be like, but today, Cedric told me when he dropped in, she wanted to cry. She started to tear up a bit, but they did a little power confidence speech and she walked into school all by herself, no tears, like a big girl. So I'm super happy about that. It's such a relief because I know she loves the school as well, because when we pick her up, she's super excited and happy and tells us everything they did for the day. So that's a big, like, weight off of our shoulders, knowing that the kids are happy in their school. Now it's just to finalize all the small things with the house and finish some of the last decor, but that takes time because, I mean, we'll buy stuff when we travel, little stuff to fill the house with memories and moments. So, yes, that, and then it's just a lot of thing from my side, paperwork for Mauritius that I have to focus on this year. But I have everything. It's just now it's out of your control. Like you do it, you apply for everything you need to apply for, and then it's basically out of your control. So yes, you guys, let's focus on this year to make it one of peace, because there's been a lot of sadness still going on in the world, but I want us to be a little bit more selfish this year. And I know for parents, especially moms, it's not so easy, but try and be a little bit selfish. Love yourself every day a little bit more. And very important, be kind towards yourself, because I know last year I was very, very hard on myself. And that's why towards the end of the year, I just said, you know what? Yes, exercising and movement is great. But when you get to a point where I was at last year, it's good to just take that step back and say, it's okay. My body is talking to me. And let's just make it a year of following our dreams, loving ourselves, and just living life one day at a time, because life is super short. And I wish you guys the best 2025. And please share your words with me, because I would love to hear what they are and why you chose that specific word. Have a beautiful time, everyone. Bye.